Okay, good morning guys. Welcome to day 1 of week 10 of the Guildford City Fitness live stream. It is of course a bank holiday, so I hope you've got some plans for after this, because I assume there's no school. I haven't checked, but we're still here, so let's make the most of it. You've got bean game warm up, and it's fly themed in general, so we're going to go in with some dorsal pressing to sit back. Equipment wise, it's a fairly big one today, so you'll need a bag for your bent over rows, a foam roller if you've got it for the squats, a table for your incline press ups, and a chair for your hamstring raises. So a bit of a treasure hunt today.
Do you need a kitchen sink?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I forgot to get it. These are getting easier. Is the camera on? Where is everyone?
There's only 3 people logged on.
Yeah. Well, good morning to you guys.
Hi from Kira.
Hey Kira. Okay, so 6 of them. And then Angry Cat, Happy Cat. Feels like ages
Happy
since.
bank holiday to you both from Zach.
Happy bank holiday to you too, Zach. If you've got plans guys, let us know, because we could use some inspiration, otherwise we'll just sit inside. Well, I will. Demi wants to do the garden. So we'll do that for a bit.
That's right, you're more than welcome to do that with me. That's if they don't kill you too much with the bean game.
Oh yeah, but then we've got to make homemade KFC for later on.
Yes, yes we do.
'Cause
Hi from Dylan.
Hi Dylan. Angry Cat, Happy Cat, and then walkouts, and then downward dog. So I've started to find walkouts easier if I just breathe out everything I've got before I go. So if you don't feel a stretch, maybe like breathe out there, then walk out. Because you might find that you sink down some more. Okay, if you get a hamstring stretch because your legs are straight but you feel it all here, it's probably not what you want. And downward dog.
Where is everyone?
Okay, so bend your knees, push your head between your hands. If you can do it with straight legs, go for it. But if you find that you get to there and feel stuck, just bend your knees a little bit. Okay, then prone arm recoveries. Grab your cushion. So 2 reps in each position, so you go hip to head every time. Start narrow, then go sort of medium, like hand, shoulder width apart, which is that side, and then a wide one. Just try and keep your fingers off the carpet as you do it.
Bank holiday Monday, everyone is in bed. Yeah, I think they are.
No, well, we can do it later. Pretty sure we told everyone we're still training.
Might be in bed instead.
If you don't have to run the bean game, then I'll just turn it around. Like Cara on it. Then clap press ups. So 3 of these for you guys have been generous. So go on your knees, start from the floor, and just get up to the air as quick as you can. Helps if you've got the coordination to pull that off. But bean game time. Okay. If everyone's in bed, then I get to dictate the pace.
You do.
Like a jogging bean, a lazy bean. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Do nothing at all, bean.
So let's start with baked bean. Then broad bean.
Morning, Jordan from Ella. Sorry we're late. We went for a run. Happy bank holiday Monday.
Okay, it's alright Ella. Thanks for coming back. String bean. Jumping bean.
Happy bank holiday to you guys.
Baked bean.
baked bean, string bean, jumping bean.
Okay.
That was
Running
from
bean.
Zach.
Thanks, Zach. And then jumping bean again. I used to hate those, but okay. Running bean.
See, the fact that you've now made jelly bean into
Relax.
a proper thing, it's just not fun shouting it anymore.
Oh well.
I used to like it when
Well,
it
sure.
was just making you look silly.
Yeah, well. I know another video people can watch if they want to be silly. 3, 2, 1, go.
Broad bean,
Broad bean. It's beneath Guildford people.
string bean,
String bean.
baked bean,
I thought it was then.
there you go. That's another one from Zach. Thank you, Zach.
Thanks, Zach. Running bean. Into baked bean. Without taking your face out. So close.
I really thought you were about
String
to.
bean. String bean. String bean. Jumping bean. String bean. Baked bean. Yeah. Broad bean. Jumping bean. Jumping bean. Runner bean. String bean. It's my clock slow. Relax. Alright. So whole body strength, you've got incline push-ups to start, so let's get it first. Bent over row, so you need a bag for that. And reverse plank, no kit. So, incline press up in 3, 2, 1, go. Hopefully my elbow doesn't flare on this one.
Oh, Zach did request a jelly bean.
I'll do it in the rest,
through.
Zach. I'll jelly bean my way into a bent over row.
Yeah, he did runner, broad, baked, string, baked, broad, jelly. That's quite a good set.
Yeah, it's a good set. So make sure, I'm saying this for you lot now because I made the mistake earlier. Elbows have got to point down, even if you think they are, have a check and look at them. Because apparently my left elbow has a mind of its own. I was doing dips for the other ones like this. So bizarre. Relax, 10 off, into bent over row, grab your bag. 2, 1, go. So single arm. For the age groupers, this isn't really about load constraint, but it's a different kind of movement. So if you can get into a split and do a single arm row without rotating, it's going to give you some benefit. Switch sides. Find it a little bit easier if you go into that split and then have one foot forward and the other hand holding the bag. A little bit longer. So just go up, hold it for a few seconds.
You've got a Slytherin coloured socks on today.
It's a Slytherin kind of day. And reverse plank. What's their slogan? Okay, 2, 1, go. What's the Slytherin slogan?
What?
You can see the
Like
kittens.
the ambition and stuff.
Well, if Ravenclaw's is wit beyond measure is a man's greatest treasure.
I'll look it up. Sorry, I'm not a Slytherin.
Toes up off the floor. Make sure you push through your hands as well. Probably the easiest mistake to make, to just kind of hang out here. Your hips just start to sink. And push them up as hard and fast as you can. And then stop in a few more seconds.
It's not as great. Slytherin will help you on your way to greatness.
That's not a good one. Right, relax.
No.
20 seconds, then you're back into incline push-ups. Reminder, the higher your incline, the easier they are. If you haven't got a table. So 2, 1, go. You could do dual push-ups if you're really injured. Like I know people that are in, you know, returning training might try that sort of thing.
Morning from Serena.
Hey Serena. But realistically, if you're fit and healthy and active, it's not going to give you enough overload. If you find they're not challenging enough, you might have practiced normal ones, be my guest. Try to do them wide.
Oh no, I've got the one that the sorting hat says. Ravenclaw, you got slightly wrong.
What's this?
Or yet in wise old Ravenclaw, if you're a ready mind, where those
Okay,
of wit
relax.
and learning will always find their kind.
Huh. What did I say then? Like what's that to them?
I don't know.
Okay, and then bend over right. In 2,
And
1, go.
Slytherin's is, or perhaps in Slytherin you'll make your real friend. Those cunning folk use any means to achieve their end.
Yeah. This is weird because that sounds really evil, but then didn't Captain America say whatever it takes? Is that an Avengers thing?
Yeah.
So we've been trying to rewatch all the Marvel films during lockdown. And we're up to Civil War now.
Good morning, Jordan. Sorry I'm late, from Eleanor.
It's alright, Eleanor. I'm going to assume everyone's gone running. Okay, switch sides.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn so loud.
Oh, overran. Okay, relax. We'll do more on the other side next time. And reverse plank. 2, 1, go. Yeah, we overshot and did about 30 seconds on one side, so we'll just start on the other one, and we'll do 30, 15. Evens it out nicely. I would be interested to know if people are making little amendments to the sets, what they've come up with. Because I don't really see it as cheating. If it's necessary, like, if you wanted to do 1 round incline and then thought, I feel pretty good, I'm going to go for normal push-ups. And you decided, you know, Monday morning incline push-ups, you just wanted to do normal ones, that's fantastic. If you're so strong that inclines don't really help you anymore, then great. They're good as a variation so that you're not just doing the same push-ups every day. Same as these, like 45 seconds, used to struggle to make it to the end. We'll have to find a way to make these harder. Okay, and relax, see, overran. And that's it, isn't it? Was that round 3, round 2?
Yeah, I think so. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think so. Don't forget your jelly bean.
Oh yeah, jelly bean. So what's that now? It's just C skip or slow down and C skip.
Let your arms go crazy. That'll make you look sillier. Yeah.
Try and go opposite. So if your left leg goes forward, go right hand forward. Oh no, I genuinely can't remember. Have we done squat? That's going to be 2 rounds. So 2, 1, go. Incline again. Bit of a longer rest because I genuinely forgot what round we were on.
It's fine. It's a bank holiday treat.
I mean, if I am wrong, someone tell me. But it's the wrong day to start a Marvel conversation because if no one's here, do people have a favourite Marvel film?
Zach says thank you.
That's right, Zach. It's really, I get frustrated, relax, if I can't articulate what I want, but that's what the point of practice is. So I get it, but like people, whenever I show them new stuff, bent over row in 2, 1, go. People don't want to look silly and fail, but if I can do it live on Facebook, people can do it in the safety of a training session. That's what training's for. It's actually part of the fun. You always have more fun, you learn more from messing stuff up and failing it. So I'm doing a bit longer on this side because I neglected it and messed up my timing. And then switch now. Switch feet as well. Then as you lean further, as long as the bag doesn't hit the ground, you might feel a bit of stretch in the lead leg. So you're actually starting to benefit your block start as well. Reverse plank. In 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, too tall.
Morning Jordan from Morgan and Phoebe.
How you doing, Morgan and Phoebe? I wonder if people are going to realise how much I was slacking on the beans this morning. I felt like I was slacking because I didn't have a million and one things going at me.
Of course they're going to realise, because the bean gods won't be happy and they will make you pay for it.
There's going to be a plague of beans.
Yep.
Oh well. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, last few seconds of reverse plank. So make sure you're squeezing your hips as hard as you can. Okay, relax. I wouldn't advocate it, but imagine if you were doing it over an open fire, you would not let your hips sink. So that's the end of round 1. No, so that's the end of part 1. I'm going to get my own terminology right. So now you've got some rotation planks, hamstring raises, and single leg roller squats. Get with the table, grab a chair. So hamstring raise you all know. I'm just going to demonstrate the roller squat. So roller on the floor, take a knee. So this is why it's a movement skill, because if you haven't done it before, you're probably going to take some time to get used to it. So back foot on the roller, other leg in front, sort of like the split squat jumps, and then stand up. So it's basically a single leg squat, but with your back foot on a roller like that. So it's going to let you get deeper than a rear foot elevated squat and get better at pushing from a really obscenely deep squat position. Give it a try. I'll keep talking through it as I go. So into rotation plank. In 3, 2, 1, go. Suspend as little time on one hand as you can. And then lead with your belly button. So I'm still suggesting that you use your hand to guide the movement. Start on 2, take one hand away, put it on your hip, push it up to the side, push it back down to the floor, and swap hands. So it's going to start teaching you how to engage that movement and initiate it with your belly button. And relax, hamstring raise, so foot up on the chair. Got my cushion. 2, 1, go. So you could go, like today I'm going to go very long with both feet. Down on 1. Because I haven't done a long bridge in a while. So as soon as your hips touch the floor, come back up on 2. And then use your hamstring to slow you down. That's just how I'm doing it, because you get a bit more creative freedom. Relax into roller squat. So like I said, start back here, 2, 1, go. So when you're standing up, toes are on the roller, use your hand on the wall for a bit of balance, and then try and make sure that you are bolt upright when you finish. So it should be a little bit harder than an elevated squat because your foot's not supported. With that one, when you use the chair, you can push down. Here, there's no pushing. Whoop, switch sides. So your back foot's just gliding as you squat down and then relax. So again, I talked a bit too much, so we'll start on the other foot. We'll do a bit more, then we'll keep it even on round 3. Back into rotation plank. In 2, 1, go. If you haven't got a roller for those squats, just do normal split squats. We'll try and do single leg. As a matter of fact, I was trying to do like proper single leg squats the other day, and that's what inspired me to try the foam roller. So use your hand all the time to push and then you have to pull up your belly button and push it down. Relax. Hamstring bridge. Sorry, hamstring raise. 2, 1, go. You can do a bridge if you want to, just as long as you always feel your hips working. So make sure your chair is secure. When you go up, you always see your hips working in that firing position. Come down if that changes. And then switch sides. So my right side still always feels like my hamstring works a little bit harder. So I'm trying to keep all the effort above, if you look at my pocket there, all the effort above that pocket. And relax into your roller squat. Okay, 2, 1, go. So hand on wall for stability. Squat down. If you imagine here, you're starting to develop. So it should help your jumps because you get better at pushing from that low position. If you take the roller away, if you don't have one, it's a lot harder. Switch sides. To try and keep that back leg off the floor. The roller gives you a little bit more guidance, you should be able to build it up a bit more. Or maybe you find it easier on one side than the other. So you're learning to push with that lead leg. Relax.
Oh, Pip's awake.
Pip's awake. Show them quickly.
She is in her food bowl. If you want to move the camera. Morning, Pip.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, rotation plank.
A little treat for the lucky few that got up on bank holiday.
So make sure you push through that bottom hand as well. That actually helps engage your core some more. So as I take one hand off the floor, drive the other one down, helps you create that rotation. A few more seconds. So from here, relax. Obviously the more you push, the more tension you get through the bottom side, so the easier it is to hold that side plank position. Hamstring raise, 2, 1, go. So go back to up, down. So make sure as much of that tension is coming through your hip as you can. the more hip work you get done, the more it's going to impact other skills. So think upbeat of kicks, push off on runs, switch sides, just get as much tension through your hip as you can. 2, 1, relax. And then squats again. Thing is, I'm trying to figure out, if you haven't got a roller, try it without. Use the wall for support. Okay, 2, 1, go. So knee to ground, even though your toes are off the floor. You're still going to be able to push through your foot a bit. Switch sides. So push through the heel of that front foot as best you can. Now if I take the roller away. Relax. But just to give you an idea of how much harder that is, try without. Just make sure should be supervised anyway, but especially during that one, because if you slip, if you mistime it, you might go backwards. So time for some recovery stuff. I was trying to be clever last week and alternate what I did on each video, but I think I'm just going to keep it the same now so I don't forget. So foam rolling today. So, 3, 2, 1, go. So knee to hip. The hardest bit of foam rolling is the side one. So if I show you how to do that safely, elbow down, other foot in front. So in that position there, I've got my bottom foot on the ground. I've got a lot of body weight support. So a bit then just right. Okay, switch sides. So I cannot stand rolling that side bit. Not the middle bit in the middle of your leg there. This is the quad. You don't want to roll at your ITB. Your parents that run get told to roll out a lot probably. But that tissue can hold like 2 tons of weight before it changes length. So foam rolling doesn't have an impact. It's more just to cause you grief than anything else. So side of your quad, other foot on the floor, both toes down, and then just jiggle your ankle just to start to introduce that rolling sensation until you get used to it. So again, a lot of it might not be, it's just a lot of pressure to put on that bit of your quad. Just please make sure it's the front half of your leg, not the dead middle, because that's just pain for the sake of it. Hamstrings, to flossing again. And the more you lean backwards, the more you might relax onto it. If you sit forwards and pull your heel towards you, the deeper you might find it gets. And then push your knee flat to floss your sciatic nerve. This, if you feel that weird feeling that doesn't feel like a stretch, it's going to be, that's why it's called flossing, it's a neural floss. So that position there. So even if you just sit still, concentrate on breathing, and I was pushing through my hand there, all your lower body muscles relax. So here, all the support comes from my upper body. And then hip flexor lifts my foot up. You get more of a sensation, which makes it easier to do this. Couldn't have done that when I rolled out of bed. Into hip. Same principle. Might not need a lot of movement, so just go onto your forearm, feet off the ground, just concentrate on breathing, just chat to, play with your pets, chat to your parents. The more you can flex your hip, like bring your knee towards your head, the harder it might be because you're actually starting to stretch certain parts of it. So when you're in this position, it gets short, it's creating that movement. So you think about running or upbeat kick, switch sides. So the more you can lengthen it, that's why foam rolling your quads hurts a bit more when you bend your knee, because those muscle fibers are getting longer, whereas shorter you're getting both ends closer to each other. So you can jiggle the roller if you want, but actually, if I just wiggle through my elbow, that's creating some different sensations as well. You're supplying pressure in different parts, at different muscle lengths. If you use your feet to try and rotate your legs, so if you imagine pigeon stretch is that kind of movement, you might find some different areas as well. But I think another useful part of that is it's still a bit of proprioception and balance as well. It's not the point of foam rolling, but you'll start to figure out different things because you'll fall over if you don't. Into lat stretch. The side plank position, arm overhead. So if you're having a really good day, which I apparently am, you can try and put together some of your other stretch positions. So if you go, imagine trying to touch your back, a lot of people will recognise that as a stretch position anyway. It just again lengthens your lats a bit more. So it means you're going to start targeting your muscle slightly differently. Roll into your front. Use your feet to guide your rolling, and then switch sides. I mean, people that have been watching for a while now will know some of the faces I pulled during these rolling bits. So I could not have done this the first time I showed you. But if you don't feel anything, it's always worth trying to figure out what else you can do, because if you run out of ideas, you'll get complacent. Or like I've said before, the worst thing that can happen is that you find a problem in a situation where you haven't got a lot of time. So if you're at competition, if you're getting towards competition phase, and then you've got a niggle you can't figure out, you're going to be more focused on avoiding pain. Okay, then into chest. So another alternative for this, my favourite so far has been IYT on the roller here. So again, you're just flossing. So go for the I first, overhead. Y, try and go out diagonally. Just make sure you pull your elbow back towards you. Like that. Make circles, switch sides. If you find, so we've been doing this one for at least a couple of weeks now, so you might have improved your reach, your mobility might have improved, so these little movements you're not quite sensitive to them, which is probably a good thing because it means that as you're tired, your body doesn't start to tense up so much. You can amend it by trying a thread the needle. So thread the needle, you're obviously trying to twist. So the side that I'm on, I'm trying to get that tier logo away from the foam roller. All the movement is being created by the other side of my body, which just naturally means these muscles will relax. So just pushing side to side there. Try and lift this arm up. See how that feels. It should feel like you get a lot more mobile. So that's going to do it for me today. Spent half an hour on the challenge, trying to learn a new skill. Have a look at some of those other, the Swimmingland videos around yoga. Some good stuff on there from like other practitioners around the region, and other aquatic athletes. Disclaimer again, not yoga qualified. So seeing other swimmers or divers or water-based athletes going through some of those movement flows might make a bit more sense, and it's probably going to be more applicable than if you just go on YouTube and Google yoga. Like, there's a lot of information out there, but you want to make sure that it's targeted towards your needs, and that's definitely the best way to do it. Watch Ellen's talk at 6 o'clock tonight on Facebook, and let us know how you get on with that responsibility challenge. Keep doing the handstands if you want to. I just think some people have made some incredible progress, and it might be worth learning some other little bits, even if it's recovery based work. Just let us know what strategies you've come up with. Or just show us what you've been doing to put Ellen and Kate's talks into practice. You might have some ideas you might want to put and try and run with when you go back to training, or maybe you are using them now, so just let us know what they are. Happy bank holiday for me and the club again. And we also want to wish you a very happy day. See you later.